Water is one of the most important sources for our life. We cannot survive anymore without water. According to the World Count, every year we use a massive 4 trillion cubic meters of fresh water. The main source of this water is rain. When it rains in a city, the rain hits the asphalt and the concrete, and it runs off, and that runoff accumulates it. Trash, dirt, pollutants rolls and down into a storm drain, and from the storm drain, it is usually directed into a common collector, which is inevitably a river or a stream. Our question today is how we can save water and conserve it. By building a rain garden. Rain garden is a garden of native shrubs, perennials, and flowers planted in a small depression.
Designing a rain garden. Choose a location in your yard at least 10 feet from your house building to avoid excessive water near the foundation. You can start construction by digging down to the selected depth and break up the soil on the bottom to a depth of 300 millimeters. A good soil mix for a rain garden is 60% sand, 20% compost, and 20% topsoil. Then you will need to create a berm to contain your amended soil, and a typical residential rain garden is between 100 and 300 square feet. After that, make sure the water from your downspout will drain directly to the rain garden. You may need to do this with the small swale in the ground.
Rain gardens have lots of benefits, like flooding protection. For example, in those places that have the highest rainfall average, people try to protect themselves from flooding and erosion by collecting the water and use it to make a rain garden. Also, it can control pollutant because according to the US Environmental Protection Agency, 70% of all water pollution comes from pollutant carried in stormwater runoff. So the plants slow down and absorb the runoff flow and remove pollutant before the water reaches storm drain. Rain gardens can create habitat for bees, birds, butterflies, and other wildlife, and also it can beautify your house. Health benefits of rain garden is increasing oxygen in the atmosphere. It provides natural fruits that can be produced without using chemical materials to grow them up, so it keeps us healthy. Rain garden has many economic benefits by its effects on tourism, environment, and agriculture.
Rain gardens increase the abundance of plants around us, and in general that increases the absorption of CO2 from the atmosphere. High levels of CO2 are really bad for our respiratory system, so the more trees we have around, the more plants we have around, the lower the levels of CO2 and the cleaner the earth is and more beneficial for us. Now, rain gardens are also very good places to grow plants, and especially to grow perennial plants, and some of those perennial plants are fruit trees and other vegetables. So if we have a rain garden in our household and we grow it organically without any pesticides, we're going to have a very good access to organic, clean food that we can trust. We know where it comes from.
In conclusion, rain garden is an access which can conserve rainwater runoff and benefits environment, health, and economy.